Hey guys, it's Brooke. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Since I am new to BookTube, I thought what better way to introduce myself than with the BookTube Newbie Tag. I am new to making videos on BookTube, but I've been watching for years, all the way through middle school up until now, and I've watched countless of these videos, so it's fun to finally make my own. So without further ado, let's just get into the questions. I have them right here on my laptop. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Well, I kind of just hinted about it in my introduction. I've been watching BookTube for years. I grew up watching people like Christine Riccio, Reagan at Peru's Project, Jessie the Reader, Catty-tastic, that whole group. And they just really helped me during a time that I was falling in love with reading. I got a lot of book recommendations from them, and I would watch all their reviews. After I just finished a book, I would immediately go to YouTube and look up to see if any of them had a review for that book. So really just, it was something that I always had, it was just this dream that I had, that I looked up to those people for so long and just never thought that I would be able to do it. But here I am now. I finally took the plunge and I'm so happy I did. I think it allows me to be creative because I was a journalism major in school and we had to make a lot of videos like this. So I'm practicing my video making and editing skills, and it also gives me a place to talk about books with people, which is my favorite thing to do. Okay, the next question, why do you love reading? The main reason that I love reading is just, it's an escape from everyday life, and I feel like that's probably a lot of people's, main reason for loving books. So it's just, sometimes everybody needs a break from whatever it is you may have going on in your life, and books have definitely been there for me for a very long time when I just need to get away, get out of my head a little bit, and step away from whatever is troubling me in real life. So they're just the perfect escape. They help exercise your imagination. So many things to love about books, but the main thing that I love about it is that it provides me an escape. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? That's a question I think later on down the line, after I've made a lot more videos. That's something I think I would like for you guys to tell me. What else that I bring that maybe another booktuber doesn't bring. The fun and unique things that I can bring. I'd like for y'all to let me know further on down the line after I've made some more videos. So keep that in mind. When did I start reading? Well, in elementary school and middle school, early middle school, I did not enjoy reading because I was always forced to for school. As a kid, I always wanted to be outside. I did not want to read. Reading was a chore for me. Until 8th grade is when I really started to fall in love with reading. I remember I was sitting in art class across from two friends who were really big readers, and they told me, oh, you have to read, it was 2 books, you have to read The Hunger Games, and you have to read The Host by Stephanie Meyer. And I'm like, okay, if y'all say this will get me into reading, or that I have to read these books, I'll go check them out. So I remember going to Barnes & Noble with my dad a few days later, and I got the mass market paperback edition of The Host by Stephanie Meyer. And it was just teeny tiny, 800 pages. And I remember vividly my dad saying, that'll take you 3 months to read. And then I read it in 3 days. And then from there, after reading The Hunger Games, the rest was history. I immediately fell in love with it. And now I have shelves full, too many books to count. So that's really what started it all, was in 8th grade. The next question, what book or series got you into reading? I kind of just answered that. The main two, definitely The Host by Stephanie Meyer. That book blew my mind, my little 8th grader mind. I did not know books could be like that. I was just used to having to read books for school that I really had no interest in and that I was forced to read for assignments. I had no idea that fantasy existed like that and characters like that. And I can't say enough about how much The Host made me fall in love with reading. So I'm forever indebted to those two friends and Stephanie Meyer. And then The Hunger Games, that whole series. I, once again, didn't know books could be like that. But specifically Catching Fire, it's the only book that I've ever reread in my life, which is crazy. I know if you love a book, you should probably read it more than once. But something about Catching Fire, I just wanted to keep rereading that and rereading that. Katniss and Peeta, two of my favorite characters in literature ever. I just will always be grateful for that time in my life and how big The Hunger Games was. Okay, where do I read? Now, I'll read sometimes on this couch, but I mainly read in my bed. That's where I'm the most comfortable reading and where I can get in the most comfortable positions, although I know that's pretty hard sometimes to get into a comfortable reading position, but definitely my bed or this couch. What kinds of books do you like to read? My favorite genres, I would say, would be fantasy. Think Sarah J. Maas, Cassandra Clare. I also love historical fiction, so like Kristen Hanna, Beatrice Williams. I'm looking at my shelves to get some inspiration. Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love historical fiction. Anything, especially set in like World War II, I'm there. Love romance. Like, give me all the Tessa Bailey, Colleen Hoover, Christina Lauren, all of them. What are you most excited for with this new channel? I'm most excited to exercise that creative muscle that I have. I don't want it to go dormant. And I'm excited to build a community of fellow book lovers that I can give you book recommendations, you can give me book recommendations, you can see my reviews, and there's so much to be excited about. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Maybe I'm curious to see what keeps them motivated after the people that I've been watching have been doing this for years. Like I mentioned, Christine of Poland Bananas Books and Reagan of Peru's Project. I've been watching them for years and years. So I'm just curious to know after all these years, how they're still, so creative and innovative, and they still have that passion and that drive. I just want to know what motivates them. And then finally, what challenges will be the hardest to overcome with this channel? I think for me, they'll all be mental challenges because I've never liked being in front of the camera. I'm usually the person that likes to be behind the camera doing all that sort of work instead of being the one in front of the camera. So I'm definitely having to come out of my shell more to be able to do this. Hopefully I get more comfortable the more videos that I make, but I'm already feeling more comfortable and this is just my second video. So I would say all my challenges are going to be mental blocks that I have, that I just, hurdles that I have to jump over. Alrighty guys, so that was the Book Talk Newbie Tag. I hope you learned a little bit more about me and why I'm here on BookTube and what I hope to do on BookTube. And I hope you stick around and you enjoy my channel as much as I'm enjoying making these videos. Bye guys!